Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're embarking on a journey to a place that truly embodies the heart and soul of America. We are heading to Oklahoma, vast open plains, silhouette of a cowboy against a fiery sunset. But that's just one small piece of a much larger puzzle. Oklahoma is a land of incredible diversity, a place where history runs as deep as its rich red soil. Surprising contrasts, ancient traditions, modern innovation, echoes of the past alive in the vibrant present. Many people think they know Oklahoma, seen in classic movies, heard in songs about windswept landscapes. I'm here to show you a side you might not expect. We'll peel back the layers. More man-made lakes than any other state, rolling hills, dense forests, trace Route 66, explore world-class art museums, spirit of the American West, pulse of thriving contemporary cities, from bustling city streets to quiet natural solitude. We'll explore profound history, triumphant and poignant, forged in the fires of settlement, a meeting point of cultures, a land of immense resilience, stories beyond cowboys, stories beyond oil booms, enduring legacy of Native American nation, dreams of pioneers, the spirit of a community from the Dust Bowl to devastating tornadoes. Always rebuilding, always looking forward. Join me with curiosity. Forget what you think you know. Oklahoma is not just a drive-through, it's a destination. Hidden gems, powerful history, unforgettable experiences, a quintessentially American story with its own accent and rhythm. Together we'll uncover the heart of the Sooner State. I promise you it's a journey you won't want to miss. When you first think of Oklahoma, what comes to mind? For many, it's the iconic imagery of the American West. You might picture wide open spaces stretching to the horizon, lonely windmills turning in the breeze, and the romance of the cattle drive. This is the Oklahoma of legend, a powerful part of its identity. The cowboy spirit, with its values of independence, hard work, and a deep connection to the land, is woven into the fabric of the state. You can feel it at rodeos, see it in the western wear shops, and hear it in the country music that drifts from local honky-tonks. This heritage is celebrated and very much alive. But to see Oklahoma as only a western landscape is to miss so much of its true character. This state is a geographical crossroads, a place where different regions converge. In the southeast, you'll find the Ouachita National Forest, with its lush pine-covered mountains that feel more like the Appalachians than the prairie. These ancient hills offer stunning scenic drives and incredible hiking trails. It's a world away from the flatlands many people imagine, a green and tranquil escape that holds its own unique beauty and history. This diversity is one of Oklahoma OSE's best-kept secrets. Then, as you travel north, the landscape shifts again. You'll find yourself in green country, an area around Tulsa known for its rolling hills, abundant rivers, and sparkling lakes. This region is a paradise for anyone who loves the water. You can go boating, fishing, or simply relax on the shores of Grand Lake or the Cherokees. The presence of so much water changes everything, creating a vibrant ecosystem and offering a different kind of recreational experience. Each region has its own distinct personality and its own natural wonders to share. And we can't forget the state's western half, where you'll find landscapes that are truly dramatic. There are the otherworldly gypsum hills of the Glass Mountains, which glitter in the sun like they're covered in diamonds. You can explore the stark beauty of Black Mesa State Park, the highest point in the state, where the Rocky Mountains meet the shortgrass prairie. This is a land of incredible vistas and geological marvels. So, while the classic image of the plains is part of the story, it's just one chapter. Oklahoma is a mosaic of mountains, forests, lakes, and prairies, each contributing to its rich and surprising identity. Beyond its diverse landscapes, Oklahoma holds a story that is fundamental to the history of America itself. It's a story of movement, of cultures colliding, and of the creation of a unique identity. This isn't just a place where history happened, it's a place where you can reach out and touch it. The ground beneath your feet has witnessed some of the most significant chapters in the nation's past, from the forced relocation of Native American tribes along the Trail of Tears to the chaotic energy of the land runs. Oklahoma was the stage for immense human drama. Understanding this history is key to understanding the soul of the state today. We will explore this history not as a dry list of dates and events, but as a living, breathing story. We'll visit places that honor the deep roots of the 39 federally recognized Native American tribes that call Oklahoma home. We'll learn about their resilience, their contributions, and their vibrant cultures that continue to thrive. We'll also walk in the footsteps of the pioneers, the Sooners and the Boomers, who rushed to claim a piece of land and a new life. Their ambition and grit shaped the state's career, creating a culture of optimism and relentless forward momentum even in the face of incredible hardship. But our journey won't be confined to the past. We'll dive headfirst into the Oklahoma of today, a state that is buzzing with energy and creativity. We'll wander through the revitalized districts of Oklahoma City, like the Bricktown Entertainment District, where old warehouses have been transformed into lively restaurants and venues. We'll discover the artistic soul of Tulsa, from the incredible Art Deco architecture that dots its skyline to the world-renowned Philbrook Museum of Art. This is a state that honors its history while boldly writing its next chapter, creating a dynamic and exciting place for visitors to explore. So, this is my invitation to you. Let's go on an educational journey together. Let's look past the stereotypes and discover the real Oklahoma. We will see its stunning natural beauty, hear its powerful stories, and experience its warm and welcoming culture. We'll find the quirky roadside attractions, taste the delicious local food, and meet the people who make this state so special. Get ready to explore a place that is so much more than you ever imagined. This is Discover Oklahoma Hidden Gems, history and must-see spots. Let's get started. Before Oklahoma was a state, before it was even known as Indian Territory, it was a land inhabited by diverse and thriving indigenous peoples, Wichita, Caddo, Apache, Osage. They were not a single monolithic group, each with its own language, customs, complex social structures. They were skilled farmers cultivating corn, beans, and squash in the fertile river valleys. They were also expert hunters, tracking the vast bison herds that roamed the prairies, using every part of the animal for food, shelter, and tools. Their lives were intimately connected to the rhythm of the seasons and the character of the land. These First Nations established extensive trade networks, exchanging goods, ideas, and culture with other tribes far and wide. The Spiro Mounds, located in eastern Oklahoma, stand as a testament to the sophistication of these early societies. Archaeologists have unearthed incredible artifacts here, intricate shell carvings, elaborate copperwork. These mounds remind us that the history of human settlement in Oklahoma extends back thousands of years, long before European contact. The arrival of European explorers began a period of profound change. The introduction of horses revolutionized life on the plains, however, it also brought new conflicts and devastating diseases. The story of Oklahoma takes a dramatic and tragic turn in the 1830s. Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, Seminole. They had established prosperous and sophisticated societies, constitutional governments, written languages, successful farming economies. The Cherokee had their own newspaper and a constitution, but the U.S. passed the Indian Removal Act of 1830. Championed by President Andrew Jackson, it authorized forced removal to Indian Territory. What followed was the Trail of Tears. Tens of thousands were forced to march under military guard. They traveled on foot with little food or protection. Thousands perished from disease, starvation, and exhaustion. They lost their lands, their homes, and countless loved ones. Arrival in Indian territory was a new difficult chapter. The land was already home to other tribes, yet with incredible resilience, they began rebuilding their nations from scratch. They established new towns, created new governments, and built schools and farms. They carried their cultural traditions and unyielding spirit with them, determined to not only survive but to create a new future in this unfamiliar territory, a land defined by both promise and profound sorrow. The United States government had promised that this land would be theirs forever. They drafted new constitutions, they created capital cities. The Cherokee Nation established its capital at Tahlequah. They established sophisticated school systems. The American Civil War proved deeply divisive. Some tribal factions allied with the Confederacy. The war left the newly built nations devastated. In the aftermath, the United States used the tribes' Confederate alliances to demand new treaties. They forced the 5 tribes to cede the western half of their territory. The treaties also demanded rights of way for railroads. This decision would prove fatal to the promise of a permanent Indian home. Out of this came the Boomers, led by David L. Payne. Payne and followers made repeated illegal entries. Each time the U.S. Army arrested them, their stunts drew national headlines. President Benjamin Harrison signed a proclamation opening the unassigned lands. The date was set for April 22, 1889. Tens of thousands headed to the territory borders. They formed a human wall along the border. At noon, a cannon boomed, the signal was given, and the line erupted into a frenzy of motion. It was a mad dash, all vying for the best parcels of land. Settlers drove wooden stakes to mark their claims. By day's end, Oklahoma City and Guthrie sprang up within hours. Some people known as Sooners had illegally snuck into the territory. The land run of 1889 was the beginning of the end for Indian territory. The western half was organized into Oklahoma Territory. Meanwhile, the eastern half remained Indian territory. In a final, bold effort, leaders proposed to call the state of Sequoia. On November 16, 1907, Oklahoma was admitted as the 46th state. Another force was bubbling up from beneath the red soil, oil, the monumental Glen Pool discovery in 1905. Suddenly, this quiet corner became the epicenter of a frantic, high-stakes rush for black gold. Nowhere was the transformative power of the oil boom more evident than in the city of Tulsa. It proudly proclaimed itself the oil capital of the world. Tulsa's downtown became a showcase of some of the finest examples of Art Deco architecture. The most famous example is the Philbrook Museum of Art. This was the Greenwood District, a thriving African-American community so successful it was famously known as Black Wall Street. Black-owned banks, hotels, grocery stores, movie theaters. This simmering tension exploded into violence on May 31, 1921. What followed was one of the worst acts of racial violence in American history. The 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, the white mob, looted and burned the community to the ground. When the smoke cleared, the once thriving Black Wall Street was a smoldering ruin. An estimated 300 people were killed and more than 10,000 were left homeless. For decades, this horrific event was deliberately suppressed and hidden from history. A new crisis began to gather on the horizon. Farmers had plowed up millions of acres, combined with years of severe drought, left the topsoil exposed and vulnerable. The result was the Dust Bowl. The winds began to whip the dry soil into massive, dark clouds of dust. These dust storms could turn day into night, burying fences, farm equipment, and even entire houses. The agricultural devastation was total. Thousands of Oklahoma families faced foreclosure and ruin. The disaster was immortalized in John Steinbeck's novel The Grapes of Wrath, yet it also became a story of endurance. Our journey now turns to the vibrant present. We begin in the state's capital, Oklahoma City. This is a city that truly embodies the state's spirit of resilience and reinvention. The heart of this transformation is the Bricktown Entertainment District. A man-made canal winds through the district. In the evening, neon signs glow, or catch a game at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. A short walk away is the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum. This sacred ground honors victims, survivors, and rescuers. The outdoor memorial, placid reflecting pool, the survivor tree, the field of empty chairs. The myriad botanical gardens offer a lush 17-acre urban oasis. Neighborhoods like the Plaza District and the Paseo Arts District feature independent galleries. See Western Heritage at Stockyard City. Our journey continues eastward to Oklahoma's other major metropolitan hub, Tulsa. Tulsa sings a song of oil, art, and sophisticated charm. The most visible evidence is its world-class collection of Art Deco architecture. Gaze up at the intricate terracotta details of the Field Tower. Admire the sleek, soaring lines of the Boston Avenue United Methodist Church. The Philbrook Museum of Art is a must-see. Another cultural gem is the Gilchrist Museum, one of the world's most comprehensive collections of art of the American West. The Gathering Place is a prime example. Imaginative playgrounds, the Greenwood Rising History Center, tells the powerful story of Black Wall Street, its destruction, and the resilience of the community. No trip through Oklahoma would be complete without a journey down the most famous road in America, Route 66. Oklahoma has the longest drivable stretch of the original Mother Road, offering nostalgic landmarks, quirky roadside attractions. Driving this historic highway is like taking a step back in time. Near Catoosa, you'll find the famous Blue Whale. Further west, in Arcadia, visit the beautifully restored Arcadia Round Barn, and you can't miss Pop 66 in Arcadia. Inside, choose from over 700 different kinds of bottled soda, a dazzling rainbow of flavors from around the world. In the southwestern corner of the state, the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge stands as a stunning testament to this diversity. The refuge is a protected sanctuary drive through herds of majestic American bison, see Texas longhorn cattle, spot elk, and white-tailed deer. Here you'll find Alabaster Caverns State Park, home to the largest natural gypsum cave in the world. Not far from the caverns, another geological surprise awaits at Gloss Mountain State Park. A stairway allows visitors to hike to the top of Cathedral Mountain. It boasts more miles of shoreline than the Atlantic and Gulf coasts combined, all thanks to a vast network of man-made lakes. In south-central Oklahoma, the Chickasaw National Recreation Area, moving southeast, Choctaw Country shatters the prairie stereotype. The Talimena National Scenic Byway around Broken Bow and Beavers Bend State Park, outdoor recreation thrives. In the northeast, Green Country is defined by water. Grand Lake for the Cherokees, Tallgrass Prairie Reserve, herds of several thousand free-roaming bison. Whether you want to hike, fish, paddle, or watch a bison herd, Oklahoma's great outdoors offers a vast, beautiful playground. The cowboy spirit remains a powerful and authentic part of its modern identity. You can experience this heritage firsthand in Stockyard City. This is where real cowboys come to get their gear. A visit to the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum is an absolute must. Perhaps no food is more central to the Oklahoma palate than barbecue. Another uniquely Oklahoman dish is the fried onion burger. Of course, no southern-influenced menu would be complete without chicken fried steak. Oklahoma's cultural landscape is profoundly shaped by the 39 federally recognized Native American tribes. Art is one of the most powerful expressions. One of the most exciting ways to experience this culture is by attending a powwow. The Grand Entry is a breathtaking sight. This is the land that gave the world Woody Guthrie. Oklahoma became a hotbed for Western swing. Bob Wills broadcast from Kane's Ballroom. It is a major center for contemporary country music. Garth Brooks Reba McEntire, Blake Shelton, Carrie Underwood. We started with the ancient civilizations, followed the heartbreaking story of the Trail of Tears, and the chaos and excitement of the land runs. Yet, through all these trials, a common theme emerges. It is a story of incredible resilience. It is the Oklahoma Standard, a standard of neighbors helping neighbors without being asked. This welcoming nature makes exploring Oklahoma a truly personal and rewarding experience. So I invite you to come and see for yourself. Drive a stretch of Route 66, hike in the ancient Wichita Mountains, kayak on the crystal clear waters of Broken Bow Lake, visit a tribal cultural center, eat a chicken fried steak at a local diner. Oklahoma is a place that will surprise you. It will challenge your preconceptions and capture your heart. Thank you so much for joining me on this educational journey. I hope you enjoyed discovering Oklahoma's hidden gems, rich history, and must-see spots. If you found this video informative and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear about your own Oklahoma experiences or what you'd like to see most, so please leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more adventures to amazing places. Until next time, happy travels!